Hey everyone, VortexTCG here, and today I'm going to be showcasing you another deck profile, and this time it's going to be Aegisdramon. Aegisdramon is a deck that got introduced in EX3 and had a bit of a rocky start in my eyes. A lot of the cards needed to be errated, and now we've got the erratas in the revision pack, and we've been getting support here or there for the deck. Nothing too major. In BT11 it was like 2 cards, 3 if you count Maelstrom, and now we're going into BT12. We've actually got some really cool cards in the hybrids, and I want to showcase this because I think even though it's not a meta contender, I think it is very fun to play. And if you're looking forward to this deck profile, please do like and subscribe. And sometimes I also post stuff on the community tab. You guys vote for this to come out first, so here you are. And if you want to keep more up to date on socials, please follow me on Twitter. That's my main social media account, and I post stuff about early deck profiles and stuff like that on there. So enough waffling, let's get straight into the deck profile. And here is the deck list. I'll quickly go over all the cards now. So we have 4 Bukamon, 4 Crabmon, 4 Gomamon, 4 Penguinmon, 2 Madoki Betamon, 4 Tobiomon, 4 Aegisdramon, 3 Lanamon, 3 Megaseedramon, 4 Waroseedramon, 4 Plesiomon, 2 Metal Seedramon, 4 Aegisdramon, 2 Blue Memory Boost, 2 Great Maelstrom, 2 Davis Motomiya, and 2 Matashida and Sora Takenouchi. And so let's get in depth about all the cards we play. So we play 4 Bukamon. The reason why we play 4 is because this is arguably the best egg that you can play in this type of deck. Essentially, if you play something from your sources, you gain a memory, and gaining a memory is very important to continuing your turn. There is no other option, by the way. You need to play the Bukamon. Then we get on to the Crabmon. Essentially, this gives jamming, but if you play it from sources, you can also place another level 5 or lower from your hand underneath the Digimon that you gave jamming. So essentially, it just gives you more resources later on if you are able to use get another guy from Digievolution sources. Then we have the 4 Gomamon. This is arguably the best payout for your deck. Essentially, if you play this card from Digievolution sources, you get to draw 2. Drawing 2 is very huge in this deck. Essentially allows you to find a lot more of your pieces. Then we play 4 Penguinmon. People didn't like this card when I showcased the deck last time, but it is pivotal because you play a lot of level 3s, and essentially you're able to, or you can just go for an Aqua or Sea Aminal. You can just put one underneath and draw one. So essentially you're starting a stack already to go into, and you also can put stuff like the Gomamon underneath, and then you can play it from this card's sources to draw another 2. So it's an easy way to gain more advantage. Then we play Madoki Betamon, a really nice card to pull from sources because it's just the level 3, and there are a lot of memory gaining effects other than Tamer. Beals is obviously one, obviously that's going soon, but there's also stuff like Blue Flare, War Grey, like a lot of other effects. So you play 2 of this. Then we play 4 Tobiomon. It's a sea animal and it's arguably the cheapest one you can play. Also costs 1 to go into, so it's a great target. So we play 4 of it. Then we play 4 Aegisdramon. This one is similar to the Crabmon. If you play this guy, you gain one of your Digimon gains blocker, and if you play from sources, you also get to unsuspend that Digimon. So what does this mean? Essentially, you are able to go into like a big stack like the Aegisdramon, play this from underneath, and then you're able to give it blocker, essentially becoming a massive wall for your opponent. And also you can just give this blocker as well if you play it. So essentially it's a way to keep yourself alive in the game. Then we get on to a new card, Lanamon. Lanamon essentially is a hybrid, but it has a really good upside that really helps the deck. So when you Digivolve from a Tamer, you can put one of your level 3 from your hand
underneath the card, and then you can give one of your blue Digimon, well, you can do it from any Digimon, but essentially what you're doing is you're putting a level 3 underneath, and that Digimon gains jamming for the turn. A really good offensive option, but also allows you to put more resources back into under your Digimon to continue your advantage engine. Then for level 5s, play 3 Mega Aegisdramon. This one is when attacking, you can play a blue level 3 card, and then it's the same thing as well for in the Inheritable. This one's obviously good, it lets you get some advantage earlier on, but I find myself using this less or less because you have other ways of doing this effect essentially. And the other way essentially to do that is to play the VortexTCG. This guy has a really cool effect of on play and when digivolving, so you can play this from your sources as well, and it gains the effect. You can play a purple or blue level 3 Digimon, or one of your purple. You can play a purple or blue Digimon card from one of your purple or blue Digimon Digievolution sources without paying the cost, and its Inheritable is gain 1 memory. This essentially allows you to continue your turn if you go into your Plesiomon, and is one of your bigger enablers for the deck. Then we also have the Plesio. This card allows you to play a level 3 card or a level 4 or lower with the aquatic in its traits of one of your Digimon sources, and then you can put another one underneath essentially. And as an Inheritable, it's the control aspect of this deck. When you play a guy from a Digievolution card, you can return one of your opponent's Digimon with the same level to the bottom of your deck. So if you play out level 3, you can return a level 3 to one of your opponents. So a very strong enabler and also defensive card. We still play the 2 Metal Aegisdramon. Essentially this card allows you to bounce 2 guys that are level 4 or lower, and it also is, you can't block this card as well. So it's a nice aggressive option if you're playing stuff like D Brigade or stuff that's at a lower level, and yeah, it's a really good option for that. Then we also have the 4 Aegisdramon. Aegisdramon essentially enables the whole deck, allows you to play a level 3 or a card with Aegisdramon in its name or aquatic from under your sources without paying the memory cost. And then opponent's turn, when your opponent plays a Digimon card, you may activate this card when digivolving effect. So if they play like an Agumon Searcher, you can then play one from under your sources. So a very strong card. It's the heart of the deck, and you have to play 4. I think if you play 3, you're not really being very consistent with the card. Then we also have 2 blue memory boost. Everything is blue, and sometimes we need the memory, so it's very important. Great Maelstrom, a very, very powerful set of removal. Allows you to reduce the cost of this card by placing one of your blue Digimon at the bottom of your Digievolution under of one of your other Digimon to reduce the cost by 3. And then your main effect allows you to return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck. Super huge in security, but also allows you to regain a lot of advantage when you have to hard play it as well, because you can put one, essentially, if you have like a level 3 on board, you can put it underneath a stack again to reduce the cost by 3, and then you're able to enable it again, assuming you have enough memory to do that. So very powerful. We have 2 Matt and Sora. Our hand is going to be pretty huge, and their hand in this game is also going to be quite huge. So you're able to get essentially 2 memory off this most of the time, and then when you swing, or when it becomes unsuspended even, you're able to return a level 3. Very powerful. Sometimes this deck has real trouble dealing with level 3s, so having this as an option is very important. And then we also just play 2 Davis, just arguably the best searcher of the deck, and just sets you to 3, which you kind of need for all of your combos. And so that has been my Aegisdramon deck profile. I think it is a very interesting deck and it's very fun to play. However, it is obviously still very slow in regards to, you know, all the other meta decks out there. So
Would I recommend taking this to a big tournament like your store championships? Probably not, but it is definitely a lot of fun to play. It plays around a mechanic that I don't think Blue has a lot of. And yeah, I just really enjoy the deck, if I'm being honest. But what do you guys think about the deck profile? Are there cards that you would like to see added? Some cards get removed? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.